and welcome back to more Ocarina of Time! Last time we went around and planted a bunch of beans and got quite a few gold skulltulas, I think 3 heart pieces if I counted correctly. In this episode, yeah, we now have 41 gold skulltulas, which is almost as many as you can get as Young Link. Anyways, in this episode, we're gonna continue with the story. But we're not going to do it in the traditional sense. And you will see what I mean in a couple of minutes here. We do have to, of course, turn back into Adult Link. So that way we can actually continue with the story. Although there is something we can do right now, but I'm going to save it for later. Just because it makes more sense to do it later. So, yeah. I mean, okay, so to kind of give a little bit of context to what I'm about to do, not many people know this, or at least they probably can figure this out if they really think about it. But the second half of Ocarina of Time is kind of sort of non-linear in a way. Normally the way people go about doing the temples is they do the forest temple, then the fire temple, then the water temple, and then the way I usually do the second 2 temples, because the second 2 temples you can do in any way you want to. You can do the spirit temple, then the shadow temple, or the shadow temple, then the spirit temple. But those 2 temples have to come last because you can't do the things that you need to do there. Actually, I could probably... No... Because you need to get another item to really do the spirit temple. The shadow temple you can't do until you have the first 3 medallions. This is kind of just disjointed commentary. Actually, what I could do, I can actually go ahead and go to the next temple that we want to go to, I should say. So let's do that now, why don't we? We're not going to be doing the fire temple next, we're going to be doing the water temple next. Simply because the item that we get in the fire temple, we don't need it in the water temple. I mean, granted it's a very cool item, don't get me wrong. It's my older brother's favorite item actually. But I just feel that going on ahead and doing the water temple as soon as possible is not a bad idea. You know what I mean? Come on. The controller is so finicky. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be a joy. Actually, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna do the thing really quick. Hopefully this controller won't freak out on me. Yes, I've switched controllers of the game yet again. I feel like this is going to be a common occurrence. So yeah, because we have the hookshot, we actually could have gone into the water temple already, but we could not have completed it until we got the bow and arrow. Simply because there is one switch, and we can actually see it right now. There's one switch that we need to hit with the bow and arrow that prevents us from beating. I think it's somewhere around here. Okay, there it is. It's over here. We're gonna shut off this one little switch really quick. No, that's not it. Where is it? It's somewhere on this floor, I know it. That's right, which means it's over here. Yes, that switch. the only switch in this entire temple that prevents us from doing the water temple first. It's really kind of obnoxious. Anyways, so the dreaded water temple isn't as hard as people make it out to be, in all reality. Like, seriously, if you, like, I'm gonna prove that it's not the hardest temple, that the forest temple is actually the hardest temple. Or the trickiest temple. The most obnoxious thing about the water temple? Yes, I'm Kaisen. Also, hello. Fish Lady. Or Ruto. Princess of the Zoras. Apparently my fiance? But yes. As Sheik mentioned earlier, go back to when Sheik mentioned this earlier, I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. Ruto is right here. Actually, just give me that. I did not need to pause there. I'm a weird. I don't know. I'm not thinking right now. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. I mean, I kind of saved your father, so I guess you owe me there. I have to help you again? So wait, here's a question. And like, this is something that I've kind of like, it's kind of got me curious for a while. The whole, because it is very apparent in this game, and it's made apparent that people people get married in Hyrule. Or at least it's a royalty thing. So the question here is, who does Link actually wind up marrying? That's an interesting question. Oh, I'm not close enough. So that's an interesting question, and I don't really care to know the answer, because in all reality, it just does not matter. But that's actually it's kind of an interesting thing to think about. Let's see, can I do... Nope, I cannot. Okay. Oh, wait, I actually need to... Okay, so we're gonna see our first actual instance of using the bow and arrow to light torches. Yeah, if you just use the bow and arrow and vaguely hit the arrow through the fire and hit where you need to hit, it works! Come on, open up. Thank you. Thank you. And they're all dead. I actually think this is... Oh no, it is a small key, so we do actually need to come in here. Cool. Now some more arrows that we don't need. So cool, we have our first small key. I will admit the water temple is kind of really confusing. But if you just do this little trick that I do every time I play through it, the water temple, or at least I do every time now. Oh, we do actually need bombs here. What do you know? If you go to each level and do literally everything you can do on that level, before you raise the water level, that typically I think you only need to do it like twice, honestly. Like you only need to raise and lower the water levels like a full cycle 3 times. Not 3 times, 2 times. If you do things well. Actually, I don't think I need to be here yet. Oh, I do need to be here. Cool. Step on the switch, raise the water level, which in turn raises that hookshot target. And hit that switch. And I'm actually not sure if you're supposed to hit that switch like that. Or, like, I'm not sure. I think that may be the intended way. That kind of teaches you, hey, you can kind of hit through walls, kind of, sort of. But it's still kind of cool that you do it that way. So we have one of the, I think, 3 or 4 gold Skulltulas in this place. Yeah, there are 3 or 4 gold Skulltulas in this place. It's actually kind of ridiculous. And honestly, switching switching between the boots isn't that big of a deal. You really only need to come down, like you only need to come down into this large area when there's water, like once, one other time, maybe 2 other times. Because I'm still not entirely sure how to optimally the optimal way of doing the water temple, like just without speedrunning strats, of course. I imagine that changing boots is a bit more obnoxious if you decide to press B instead of pressing A, so I will admit that would be obnoxious, but otherwise it's not that big of a deal. Is this the 1 or is this the 3? It's the 1, okay. What's this room? Oh, it's this room! Okay, I know what I'm doing here. Okay, so if you want to easily do this room, because the way you're intended to do this... Hold on a second. The way you're intended to do this room... Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Is it's supposed to stand up on that little bit right there and shoot the diamond thing, but you can just kind of, if you... There we go. If you aim just right. Is there any point to being down here? Ow. Yes, there's a small key. Actually, so I'm not too familiar with the water temple. Like, I have no clue which room's which, but I know how to do each room. So you may see me just, like, kind of fumble a little bit here and there. Is there anything else I need to do in this room? I don't think there is. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Also, keep in mind the whole current thing for a different Let's Play I'm going to be doing at some point. Also, why is that hookshot target there? You can't hit the hookshot target from anywhere down there. Also, a clamber boost. Interesting. Actually, what are these clams called? I don't know. Why'd I pause? Why'd I pause? Didn't need to pause. There we go. Also, I just want to take a minute here and just appreciate the music for the water temple. It's like, despite the water temple being like one of the most obnoxious, infamous dungeons in Ocarina of Time, the music for it is actually very calm and soothing. Just like after I unpause the second time, just take a listen to it. I don't need to pause here. Oh, they can't appreciate if they're enemies, so I guess that was for nothing. How do I not have the map yet? Can I even do anything in this room? I can't do anything in this room. You can't make it over there. Okay, so this is a room that we are going to have to come back to later. In fact, if I play my cards right, we only have to raise and lower the water levels, I think, like, once more. These things, these spiky things, are called spikes! Really? What an uninteresting name! They're called I'm so upset about the lack of creativity for the names of those enemies. Because you think, oh hey, it's a Zelda game, they're gonna have kind of interesting names. Nope! They're called spikes! Because, you know, spiky. Actually, can I do a thing here at the moment? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't do it quite yet. There's a gold Golden up there, but we can't quite get to it. So we are gonna have to come back here later, maybe? Nope. There we go. I don't know. Okay. The water temple is home to that one key that everyone forgets. And for some people, it's this key that I'm about to get. For me, it's a different key that I'm hoping I will remember for this run. And I'm staying on top of the spikes. Because I have terrible aim. So we go all the way down here. Come over this way. Some people forget this key right here, but I never forget it because it's like, oh hey, there's a hole down there. I wonder what's down the hole. And because we're underwater, the only item we can use is the hook shot. So we have to kill every enemy using hook shot. And that knocks that door over there. I was recently watching someone, I think it was actually Josh Jepson live stream Ocarina of Time with 3D, and he forgot this key. I was like, Josh, there's a key. Get the key! You're missing the key! You know the key in the center room. The one that nobody misses except for you. Also, I just want to take a minute and just like appreciate that frame that I paused on. Link's face right there. Kind of ridiculous. I think that's one thing I kind of want to do more often is just like pay attention to each individual frame that I just do something weird on. Because I'm a huge fan of like weird frame issue, like weird looking things because of pausing on certain frames and all of that fun stuff. Like, I've been watching a lot of live streams lately, which is something I have been enjoying because I do need to network more with live streamers. Can I actually get up there? Is there no way I can get up there? There's no way I can get up there at the moment. Okay. And to get back into that room if you, on the server if you really want to for whatever reason, you can just use, I'll just show it right now because I'm here. Show, don't tell. Let's see. Yeah, you just do that and it locks that door. If you need to go back in there for whatever reason, which I think the only reason why you would need to do that is to words. Yes, 2 words. Is to get that small key that you missed. If you missed that small key for whatever reason. Let's see. What's over here? Oh, I know what's over here. Okay. So there are multiple ways to do this, to get this treasure chest. My favorite way, and probably the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to use a bomb. No, I didn't. Blah. Assuming I can do this correctly, my favorite way is using a bomb. You can use the arrows or the hookshot. I just prefer using the bomb because I like things exploding. Anyways, it's going to be about 20 minutes, and I don't want videos to run too long, so I will see you guys. I got the compass, but where's the map? It's obnoxious. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!